everybody, Monica with MEK Magnet, and today I'm going to switch out my Hood PPV. So I've had this installed for roughly about a year and a half or so let's see how cleanly it really comes off. That was pretty clean. So let's cut this surface and do our new hood. Now, I have a little bit of a ring of a little bit of residue, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of my rubbing alcohol before I mix my slip tack solution. And I'm just going to go around the edges and clean that right off. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm ready to install my next head. What I'm gonna need are, to make my slip tack solution, so I've got a little bit of water in here, rubbing alcohol, and Myers dish soap. I've got my squeegee, which came in my kit, a microfiber cloth, and a blow dryer to help blend my installation to make sure it sets properly. So let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my water, and I'm going to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Next, just a teaspoon of Myers dish soap. I'm going to give that a gentle spin. So this creates the slip tack solution that I'm going to spray on the back of my PPV and also on the surface of my vehicle. This is going to allow me to float my PPV panel into position until I'm ready to squeegee it down. So let's take a look. Alright, I'm back on the hood. I've got my slip tack solution, got my squeegee, microfiber cloth, and my hood panel. I don't know why I always pick the absolute windiest days to do this, but we can get through it. You can do this as well. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is unroll. Just kind of get the sense of how this is going to, no joke, it's super windy. Then I'm going to start peeling back a section of the vinyl. And as I peel back, I'm going to start spraying that down. This is going to allow me that if my hood panel touches itself or sticks to something, it's going to be a lot more forgiving for me to lift it off. I promise, if I can do this on this, you can do this. So spray that down. Spray down my vehicle. little bit more slip tack solution. More of my panel free. I just install my pump here. I'm just gonna let this fly away for a minute. Okay. Back to our panel. Looks like a mess, but I promise you this vinyl is very forgiving and it will smooth out and straighten out. Even with how poorly this looks like it's going, it's going to be a beautiful result. Got one section I kind of stuck to myself here. There we go. Okay. When you have enough slip tack solution, you'll be able to just slide this around. Any section that's sticking, it means that we need a little bit more slip tack solution underneath there. Okay, now once I have that here, I'm able to get everything straightened out. Make sure it's all lined up. Has a nice clean line. Okay, now when I think I'm ready to start squeegeeing down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very gently make an X in the center. This is going to help start setting this panel into place. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start squeegeeing all the liquid out. So the method would be from the center outwards, from top to bottom, just getting the water out from underneath. Your first pass with the squeegee, you want to be very delicate because you don't want to slide or stretch the vinyl. You just want to start getting it to set down. So this is how we'll do it. Okay. You'll use your microfiber cloth to pick up the excess water that's coming out. Okay. Now my next pass is going to be a little bit more firmer pressure, and this is going to help me get a lot more of that fluid out. So now I'm going to blast this with a blow dryer to help really tighten and shrink this down. But only do this once you think you have all the fluid squeegeed out. And then this is kind of your final setting step. Now this is not necessary. It just helps for a nice, clean, really professional looking installation. And here we have our finished hood. Hurricane be damned, I'm installing PPV. Thank you for watching.